When people look at this book and these images, I really would love for them to feel the passion and the intimacy that I felt. That moment that I felt. And that's why the lighting is so warm. It's to draw you in. I'm not trying to show you a mugshot of the guitar. I'm trying to show you the soul.
Yeah.
Alright, hi everybody. My name is Lisa Johnson. Lisa X. Johnson. There are two Lisa Johnsons that photograph rock and roll, and she lives in LA as well. She's photographed Nirvana and a lot of really cool bands, and we get mixed up all the time. So I am Lisa S. Johnson, and thank you guys all for coming out tonight. It's such an honor to have you here. And I just have a few people that I would like to acknowledge and thank. First of all, the Cutting Room for hosting this event tonight. Thank you guys so much. Steve Walker and Adam Sands, who's helped me plan this, put this party together tonight. Just an awesome, awesome crew. Let's see, Guitar Shop TV is here tonight. Brian Lippy, he's covering this. He's a friend for the last couple of years, and he's interviewed most of the guitarists that are in this book on his website, Guitar Shop TV. Check it out. My publisher is here tonight, Marta Hallett from Glitterati Publishing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Miss Glitterati. And all the girls in the front, they're glitter girls, and they're helping us to sell books tonight. And Marta, thank you so much for taking on my project. I can't quite see where you are, but thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, Glitter Corner's over there. And without John Campbell, my literary agent, I would not have Marta Hallett. So John Campbell is over there. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't know Marta. He hooked me up and got me my publisher, and he just is a rockin' literary agent. I have to compliment my designer, Smog Design, who designed the front cover. How about the cover? It's 108 rock star guitars for a cosmic reason, and when I sat and explained with them the reasons why, they just got to know me. And Nick Steinberg, who is a guitarist, who is performing at Webster Hall actually on Thursday night with his band Tusha Moore, a guitarist, designed my guitar book. So he garnered this information about me, about my cosmic reasons of 108, which you can read in the first page of the book, Why 108. And he created that front cover with a lotus flower and guitar headstocks, and just made it a very cosmic book to open. So Smog Design. If you need a rock and roll book, get them. And I have them because of Marta Hallett, my publisher, introduced me to them. The video that you just saw, and a bunch of videos that you're going to be seeing on social media coming up, there's 13 guitar stories that we did. One of them is Pearl Thompson's guitar story that you will be able to see on live, and you're going to hear him play tonight. But they're really intimate stories about some of the, that's what everyone always asks me over the years, how did you get access, and what happened when you photographed the guitar? I was going to hire a writer to interview all the artists and do a book like that where they interviewed the artists, and it just became too compelling to tell my own stories. And so you're going to read this book and little stories about each guitar and what happened in the shoot. And the guy who put these videos together, and the one that you just saw, is Dan Catullo from the City Drive, and they're a production company that works out of both LA and New York, and they've just done a rockin' job. And I wouldn't know about them if it weren't for one half of my publicity team, Jeff Albright, who's here somewhere. Jeff and I have worked together for the last 2 years. Jeff Albright, Rockstar PR. He helped me probably with the last 45 or 50 shoots. He helped me to get Jimmy Page, Jeff Beck, Rick Nielsen after I spelled his name wrong in my request. You know, keep persisting and you eventually get the win. And just a wonderful publicist to work with, and Steve done a great job. Thank you, Jeff. Next to him, my other half of my PR team is Cheryl Northrup, who fucking rocks, yo. She rocks. And she's made it happen. USA Today, we're in Guitar Aficionado, Relics Magazine. I can't even remember all of the publications, and Jeff as well has gotten, this morning Jeff had me on Premier Radio, 14 radio stations across the country. This is gonna go viral, so you got the chance tonight to get a copy of the book that's signed on 10/8, the cosmic date, tonight. And for those of you that already got the book, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Jeff. This beautiful scarf that I'm wearing tonight, you know, most photography books that you see include a signed photograph by the photographer, and I wanted to do something different and something that rocked, and Keith Richards is always an inspiration with his scarves hanging on him and on microphone stands, and I thought, you know what, I want to have a scarf in my limited edition book, not a signed print, because my images look great big, not small. So, of course they rock small too, but anyway, I met through a mutual friend, somebody named Anthony Lalore, who's here tonight, who's been a long-standing friend, and he introduced me to this wonderful woman, Bridget Rumpf, who's here, who designed this scarf for me and had it printed, and it really, really rocks so hard. I love this scarf so much. Everyone loves it. It's purple. It's the color of the season. So if you get it, you're definitely in season, in fashion. So Anthony and Bridget, thank you. All the press that's here and that's been part of this, Chris Gill, you know, he's writing this thing for Guitar Aficionado. GuitarWorld.com has had it online. I mean, it's just incredible, incredible press. So thank you so much to the press. My friends that are here, there's so many of you here. I just, you know, thank you guys all. My family is here. My sister Colette is here from Toronto, and her husband Michael. She's 2 years older than me, and was always an inspiration growing up with music. I grew up around a lot of country music, Patsy Cline, Loretta Lynn, Dolly Parton, Marty Stewart, Merle Haggard, Chet Atkins was my dad's favorite player. And I grew up with my dad playing, and he inspired me really, truly to photograph guitars in the end, is because of my dad. And my stepmom is here. She's the greatest stepmom anyone could ever have. And I'm just honored that they flew all the way from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada to be here tonight, along with my niece, Corey Quinton, who also fucking rocks. Corey. Yeah. She's my girl. She's my wing woman. She's always there for me. She's done shoots with me. We did Glenn Tipton together and Scott Gorham together, and up in Edmonton, and I just love her so much, and she's been here for me tonight. I have to thank Michael Braunstein from the Les Paul Foundation. You know, Les was the first famous guitar that I ever photographed. He got it from the beginning. I, at the time, was shooting black and white photography and hand coloring prints, and I delivered these prints to him because you know, I thought, hey, I'm going to shoot famous guitars, I may as well start with Les. I came to New York, he played every night at the Iridium Room, Monday night, so I went down, and wasn't long, I met Paul Nowinski, this guy right here, and you know, I'm so pleased and honored that the Les Paul Trio is performing tonight, and as much as I love Nikki Parrott, Paul Nowinski was the bass player when I knew the trio, and Nikki, for some reason, was not available tonight, but Paul was, and so I'm so honored that Paul is playing tonight with the trio. And, of course, Lou Paulo and John Poliani. But I mean, these guys always made sure, every time after that first shoot with Les's guitar, when I'd come to the club, after the show or like in the break, one of them would always say, Lisa, you know, and my dad always taught me, you be quick and you get around corners and next thing you're in the green room. And these guys always supported me from the beginning, and Lou's guitar is in my book in the special section in the back of the very first guitars that I photographed in black and white and hand colored, and Les's is there and so is Lou's. And I'm doing a jazz book, and Paul's basses are going to be there, and your other signature guitar is going to be in that jazz book. But Michael Braunstein, when I sat with Les one night, I needed someone to write the foreword for the book, and I sat with him and I started flipping through pictures and saying, okay, here's Keith Richards' Les Paul, here's Slash's Les Paul, here's all the Les Pauls, and you're their hero. Would you consider writing the foreword for the book? And he's like, well, I see what you're saying, you know, call Michael Braunstein and set it up. And I go, well, I'm going to call him tomorrow because I don't want you to forget. And he goes, I won't forget. And he didn't. And Michael and I worked together and we got that done. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you, Michael Braunstein and the Les Paul Foundation. And thank you, Les. Thank you, Les. Give me a chance, man. He believed in me and he saw what it was. He saw that it was guitarist art. That's what he called me. He said, I'd come in and go, hey, there comes that girl who does that guitar art. And that's how he saw it. And he also said to me, your book, your photographs are going to inspire young kids to buy guitars. And if any of you ever saw Les Paul on more than one occasion, you know that he brought kids out to perform with him. And he really wanted young kids to embrace playing a musical instrument because it's healthy for you to do such a thing. And so, you know, I just owe a lot to Les, and thank you, Les. And Lou, that CD that you did, thank you, Les, is brilliant. And it's won all kinds of awards now. And if you guys have not picked up that CD yet that Lou put together with so many artists on it that Les played with over the years, get that album. Thank You, Les, it's called. I've got to thank Pearl Thompson for being here tonight. I just truly enjoyed my time with him photographing his guitars, and I emailed him and said, hey, we're doing this event and I really love it if you could come out for it. And you know, he just wrote me the most beautiful letter back, and he's here tonight, and he's coming to LA for my exhibit that's happening next week on October 17th. It'll be floor-to-ceiling guitars at the Mystery Music Head Gallery, and Pearl will be there. And I'm so looking forward to hearing him play tonight, and it's truly an honor, Pearl, to have you here. Vinnie Martell, thank you, man. Vanilla Fudge. Lead guitarist for Vanilla Fudge. It's just going to be so much fun to have him playing tonight. And, you know, as well tonight you're going to listen to Thomas Doyle, who was Les Paul's guitar tech for 45 years and built a lot of guitars with Les. And in fact, one of the guitars that's in the book, Brian Robert Robertson's guitar, is a guitar that Doyle had his hands on. And he's just a phenomenal player, phenomenal luthier, and it's a real honor that Thomas is here tonight. Also tonight, it's such an honor for me that my daddy is here, and he's going to play too. The Les Paul Trio, which is such an honor for him. I mean, imagine you getting to play with the Les Paul Trio. And my dad's a pro. He's been playing for many years, and he still plays today. He's 76, and he's going to rock out here tonight with the Les Paul Trio. I got a few more people to thank, and we're going to get this on the road. Anyone here remember Virginia Lowell? I know Mick Brock was here. I'm not sure if he's still in the house. Bob Bruin was here tonight. Timothy Greenfield Sanders was here tonight. These were all my clients that I had. Nigel Scott is here tonight. These were my clients when I worked for Kodak in New York City. But Virginia Lowell, she owned the Starfile Photo Agency. When you would read People magazine and a lot of the music magazine, you'd see photo copyright Starfile Photo Magazine, and that's because Bob Bruin, Mick Brock, all the top rock and roll photographers shot for Virginia. And when she got hip to the fact that I was photographing guitars, she said, you know what, you're going to photograph all of Eric Clapton's guitars that are going to be sold at Christie's auction house. Get your butt over here. She set it up. I photographed 105 guitars in one sitting. And just recently, Eric came out with this book called 6 String Stories, and 47 of my images are in that book. And they just came out in February, right before the launch. From Kodak here tonight, one of my favorite bosses that I ever had with Eastman Kodak Company is here. Nancy Sobin, and it's because of Nancy that I ended up with Kodak in New York City. And thank you so much, Nancy, for coming, and Bob Finucane and Brandon Remler and Lucien Samaha. My Kodak brothers in arms are here tonight, and also one of my clients, Photolab owner Lali Kumar. And it's just an honor that my ex-clients are here. Also, Michael Hausman is here tonight. Also, one of my clients. He lived 2 blocks away from me, and you know, one of the finest fine art photographers and a magnet photographer that's here tonight is Bruce Davidson. Many of you may know of his material. Bruce Davidson's here. He photographed Harlem way back, what was it, in the 1920s was the Harlem days? Like, he has the photographs of Harlem back in the day. He just check out his books, The Subway, all of the gangs on the subway in Brooklyn. Bruce and Emily Davidson, thank you so much for being here tonight. Okay, my yoga brothers and sisters. Adil Rita is here. Peter Gachet, one of my very first yoga teachers, is here. Sarah Fab is here. Michelle Libner, I hope you're here somewhere. I didn't see you yet tonight. My yoga people are my brothers and sisters, and without my yoga, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm able to stand up here and talk, because of yoga. So, I got my family, and 2 other people that are here that are like family to me. One of them sitting over here, Jill Fairbanks. I haven't known you that long, but your family has embraced me like you wouldn't believe, you guys. Jill Fairbanks, her dad's in the book, Don Wilson, founder and rhythm guitarist of The Ventures, and her sister right now is staying at our house and taking care of my dogs, and her brother Tim just emailed me the other day saying they got the book, and they just, thank you Jill for being here tonight, love you guys. And Joanna Ha, she's here, a lot of you guys know her. She was my neighbor in Manhattan and one of my rock and roll sisters still today, and friends with Paul. And I've got to say, there's an artist here. I was in South Africa by myself. I've always been an adventurous girl, and in 1984, I went on a trip inspired by my sister who went and lived on a kibbutz in Israel for 3 months. I'm like, hey, if she can travel to Europe when she's 19, so can I. So when I was 20, inspired by her, I founded myself all over Europe and ended up in South Africa. And on New Year's Eve, one night in Durban, there I was, and everyone's like, no, we got to go see Jaluka tonight for New Year's Eve. And Johnny Clegg was the founder and creator of Jaluka, and he had these amazing African dancers and musicians performing with him, and it blew my mind. And somehow Jesse Clegg found out about this gig tonight, and he wanted to come. And Jesse, you rock, man. And tell him, Dad, I wrote your book tonight. If you rock half as hard as your dad, you really rock. So thanks for being here tonight. And I think that's all I got. So you guys, please enjoy the show. Thank you for coming. Lou Paulo, Paul Lewinsky, Joe Giuliani.
Tony Gagostine.
Tony Gagostine, Lou's going to tell you more. And let's rock.